Hi, friends. This is a practice to wake you up in the morning, but not to the point that you feel hyper. So it's a wake up that hopefully creates stable energy that you can use throughout the day. All right, let's get started in child's pose. You can have the knees as wide as your mat. If it's summer, that's what I would recommend. If it's not, you can also have your knees together. But when the belly is pressing onto the knees or the thighs, it can create heat. So if it's summer or if you're overheated, knees a little wider. And then you can create a pillow with your hands or your fists. Forehead gently rests down. And feel what it's like to be in this body right now. Is it comfortable or is there discomfort? Is there one place that your attention is being pulled towards? Do you feel any clenching, tension, pressure anywhere? Simply allow the attention to flow towards that place, acknowledge it, and then move on to any other place that needs your attention. Begin to deepen and lengthen your breathing here. You can move your breath more and more into the side ribs, as if you have wings expanding on an inhale and gathering on an exhale. And you might hear that I'm creating kind of an ocean-like sound or wind blowing through the trees. I whispered ah sound on the inhale and I whispered ha sound on the exhale. And this is called Ujjayi breath, victorious breath. And you can do this by slightly narrowing the base of the throat. And we use this breath often in this style of yoga so that we can lengthen the breath even more. We can slow down the breath, which then soothes our nervous system, among many other benefits. So a couple more breaths. Whispered ah sound on the inhale. Whispered ha sound on the exhale. Create more and more space for what you're feeling right now in your body. We don't have to dissolve the pressure or tension. We simply create space for it to be there. It will go away on its own. And stretch the arms out in front of you if the hands are underneath the forehead or by your side. Spread the fingers nice and wide on the mat. And then begin to shift your weight over to your right hip. Come away from the heels. Start to move all the way from the right side forward to the hands. Shift the hips over to the left. Big circle with the hips back towards your heels and then to the right. And feel if you can move the side body really towards the side. So we're stretching through the side body. Unclench the jaw. So there is some space between the rows of teeth and you're not grinding the teeth or pressing them together. And you'll hear me make this sound, this whispered ah sound and whispered ha sound, simply to remind you to breathe a little bit deeper. And then come to the other side. So shift to the left first, forward, to the right, and back. And you can start to incorporate some arching, rounding as well, if that feels appropriate for your spine right now in this moment. And of course, you can always, within the riverbanks of the pose, you can always make this your own. So if you need to make smaller movements, then do that. If they need to be big and spacious and you need to release some energy, then do that too. Last one. And come into the center. Make sure the hands are underneath the shoulders or slightly wider, knees are underneath, hips are slightly wider. Then inhale, lift your chest to the sky, ground through the hands. And when you exhale, curl the toes under, keep some of that lift through the chest. As you send the sit bones to your heels, bring the fingertips a little bit more forward, hands slightly more forward, stretch long. And then on your next exhalation, unfold in downward facing dog. Now, downward dog, you can always replace this with hands and knees coming back down. Send the sit bones up and back if you're in downward facing dog. And look forward to your hands, whether you're in downward dog or hands and knees. And begin to walk or step your feet to the top of the mat. Release over the legs. Bend your knees enough to create lots and lots of length in the lower back. So there's no rounding like so. There's length and space. And roll yourself up slowly to standing. Keep the knees bent. I'll make sure I'm still visible when you roll up. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. And then bring your palms of your hands open in front of you. On an inhale, you'll bring the hands up towards collarbone height. On an exhale, flip the palms and bend the knees a little bit so you can release the hands down towards the hips. And do that a couple more times. Inhale, it's called calming the storm. Flip the palms and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, connect movement to breath. Last time, inhale. This time when you exhale, slide the hands all the way down the front of the legs. Hands on shins or earth. Inhale, lift halfway. When you exhale, step the right foot back behind you. Keep the hands or fingertips next to the left foot so that your left armpit can press onto the left thigh. Rock forward and back a couple times. Inhale. Exhale long. Then stay here, hands or fingertips or even fists on the ground. Begin to pull the belly muscles up and in, round your back. When you exhale, radiate, heart forward, heel back. Inhale, round the spine, pull up and in, chin to chest. Exhale, radiate, forward, around, back and down. Last time, pulsations through the back of the heart. Now this time, exhale, turn all 10 toes towards the right side of the mat. Bend your right knee, lengthen through the inner left thigh. So right knee is bent, Skandasana. Inhale, come back up, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend the left knee, stretch through the right inner thigh. Inhale to center. Exhale, bend the right knee. I sometimes imagine I'm a bird, continue side to side. I'm a bird landing on a branch, hard in line with hips. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Then inhale, shift towards the left foot. That's the top of the mat. Exhale, step to downward facing dog or hands and knees. Inhale, way forward to plank. You can have your knees down or up, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Bring the forearms down onto the ground. For Sphinx pose, spread the fingers, pull the chest forward and up. Exhale, hug the belly muscles up and in towards the spine. Release your hands underneath your shoulders. Take a huge inhale, curl the toes under. When you exhale, come to downward dog or again, hands and knees. Let the head relax. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. When you exhale, step the foot forward between the hands. If the foot gets stuck, you can always help it forward. I'm on the other side, so you can see in a moment that I'm not turning my back towards you. Hands, fingertips, or fists down. First, shift forward and back a couple times. And then stay down with the hands, stay in the center. Inhale, round your back, so scissor the inner thighs. Keep the right knee where it is. Exhale, radiate, heart forward, heel back. Keep the left thigh lifted. Inhale, pull up and in. When you exhale, radiate all directions. If you hear my kids, they're on holiday, so they're always around me. Inhale one more time. Then again, exhale, turn all 10 toes to the left. Bend the left knee, right inner thigh opens. Inhale, lengthen both legs. Exhale to the other side. Bend the right knee, stretch inner left thigh. Skandasana, side lunge. Go on the breath. Notice any rushing. I always like to ask myself, where am I going? Where am I going when I'm rushing? What's the next best thing? There's just now, right? There's just here. Turn back to that right foot, inhale. When you exhale, step to the top of the mat and fold over the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, long extended spine. This time, palms of the hands come down through the center line. Inhale, circle the arms up. These are called movement meditations. Exhale, hands through the center line. But in essence, I think all fluid style yoga is a movement meditation. Inhale. Exhale this time once again. Come down if you can, or once you can slide the hands down the front of the legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, the left foot steps back. Bring the left knee down onto the ground softly. If your knee is sensitive, you can fold your mat like this, so you can pull the outs of the mat in for some padding, or place a blanket underneath it. Then when you inhale, sweep the right arm forward, up and around. When you exhale, circle the arm behind you and down. Now you can stay with this or add your leg movement. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, as the arm comes back, lengthen the right leg, flex the toes, and circle the arm down. Inhale, bend the knee forward and up. Exhale, around and down. Soft face and eyes. Last one, inhale. Exhale. And stay in a forward fold. If you're not, if you went only with the arm, lengthen over that right leg now. Flex the toes. And then maybe fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale to downward dog or hands and knees. Inhale, wave to plank pose, shoulders over wrist, hug belly muscles to spine. Exhale to your belly. Hands by floating ribs or forearms on the ground for Sphinx again. So either Cobra, Bhujangasana, or Cobra, or Sphinx. Inhale, lift forward and up. Exhale, forward and down. Hands underneath shoulders, inhale. Exhale, downward dog or hands and knees. On your next inhalation, lift the left leg up to the sky, nice and slow. Exhale, knee to chest, step the foot through between the hands. Back knee comes down, right hand on the earth. First, the arm only. Lift the left arm up, down and around. So this serves to, yes, open the shoulder, but also mostly the chest. Inhale, arm comes up, stay with the arm movement or add leg. Lengthen over the left leg. So we're not rounding, we're lengthening. Inhale, bend the knee, open the arm, chest. Exhale, round and down. One last one. Make it as fluid as you can. Exhale. Stay in the forward fold or come into the forward fold. Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey God pose. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, step forward and fold over the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, nice and slow. Palms of the hands come down. Bring your hands on your hips. Toes open, heels in. Feet are about hips distance or a little bit wider. And then begin to bend your knees. And you can go to halfway point with your elbows onto your thighs, Malasana. Or if the knees are okay with it, bring the sit bones lower so that your knees are completely bent. Press palms against one another. And if you're down with your hips, press elbows to inner knees. Lengthen the spine. Malasana. Sometimes translated as garland, which I recently learned is not the correct translation. What it actually means is cleansing pose. It's literally cleansing us from indigestion or anything that feels stagnant. So in order to cleanse, we need to be able to have that apana energy. That is the grounding energy. So take another deep, full breath in. Release whatever is no longer needed out through the breath. Fingertips come down, lift the hips, and then fold over the legs. Let your head go. And then we do this one more time, which doesn't maybe look like our peak, but is our peak for today. So either halfway point with your elbows, in which case you'll still join by opening the arm, or lower the hips. So what we'll all do, I'll mirror for you, is bring the left hand towards the ground, or if you're at halfway point, keep the elbow onto the thigh, and then roll the chest open, right arm to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Really focus on chest, belly to the sky instead of trying to get the arm up. And then come back to center. Other side. Right hand or elbow anchors. Left arm up. Keep pressing the left knee away from you so it doesn't fall inward towards you. Roll the chest open to the sky. And release. Fingertips come down. Lift your hips. And then fold. Relax the head. Make your way back forward with your hands or back with your knees. And come once again into Child's Pose, Balasana. Make sure the forehead is resting either on the fist or on a prop or on the earth. Allow the lower back to soften. And then choose where you'd like to close your practice. Either Shavasana on your back, legs up the wall, or Shavasana on your side. And you can go there, or you can choose another video of sideline Shavasana, of legs up the wall, or classical Shavasana. Close your practice there. I'll see you next time. Thank you.